Welcome, Citizens customers. Mark Tenhaken, Adam Rinalda here to talk to you guys specifically about the communication and options you're going to have for your PIP and BI coverages with Citizens Insurance. We certainly want to thank you for your continued loyalty with Citizens, one of the largest carriers we have in the agency. So they do a great job. They are going to be communicating with you electronically if possible. If they do have an email on file, you will see that. Or if they have a phone number on file, they may be doing some follow-up phone calls and that sort of thing. Adam's going to get a little bit more specific into kind of the process of how those options look and what to do from there.
Yeah, so a couple things. If we've had a company that has really sunk their teeth into this process and really taken it seriously, it has been Citizens. They spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of commitment to their policyholders, you guys out there, and quite frankly, their agents to make sure that this process is manageable. If you haven't yet seen an email from them, their first email comes to you about 90 days in advance of your policy renewal. So do the math. If you roughly know when yours is going to be coming, your first touch from Citizens is going to be 90 days out in an email form. And it's going to be referencing their website called CARA, C-A-R-A. And that's just a unique website to you. It'll just be a quick link for you to get in there. You type in your policy number, which is going to be found on the first page of your insurance document, and your zip code, and boom, you're logged in.
Just going to pop in there. If you're like me and you're thinking, boy, I probably delete a lot of emails that I don't know what they are at first, don't panic. That's information that can be obtained again, or you will have a follow-up. So if you're in that dead zone here of, well, I'm definitely past 90 days, but I don't know if I read the email, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Yep. At around the 45-day mark, they're probably going to send you something in the mail. They're going to reference this too. All in all, Citizens is probably going to try to touch you 3 or 4 times prior to that renewal. Also, you might say, well, geez, I've passed my renewal. What can I do now? If your renewal has passed, we can still go back and adjust it. We can adjust this kind of in real time when you call us and talk through some of your options. So it's never too late. Don't hesitate to give us a call if you want to walk through some of this stuff. But again, if we can reach some of you that don't want to get on the phone and talk to us, your expectation is, hey, I want to do this all digitally. And the average amount of time that a customer is spending so far, because we already are, 7.2 is coming right around the corner when this law is changing. So selections are coming in daily. The average amount of time a consumer is spending in CARA is about 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes. And these are people with no insurance background, with no real history on this, and with very little warning other than, hey, law changes are coming. So that tells you, hey, 5-6 minutes, I can be in and out of this. That's a good thing. When I heard that, I thought, hey, we're kind of meeting the customers where they kind of want to be. And again, 3 options. Option 1, unlimited. Option 2, 500,000. Option 3, 250,000. That's where about 94% of the consumers of all of Citizens customers are falling, which means between option 4, 5, and 6. Certainly, if you feel you want to go one of those routes, call us. We got to talk through it because those are elections you can't make online yourself. So we're spending the bulk of our time in those 3 areas, but you'll be able to make those selections yourself and go through them, and it's going to ask you a couple questions. The first unique question is going to be, how many household members do you have?
Just going to jump back on this just to make sure everybody understands that 250 and 500,000 are per person options. With unlimited, that answer seems pretty easy. It's unlimited. There is no maximum. But that 500 and that 250, it does involve per person, meaning if you're involved with an accident that has, if it's you and a spouse, or it's you and a spouse with 3 kids, or whatever it may be, it moves along per person. I just want to make sure that clarification is clear.
Yep. The other thing kind of neat that Citizens is doing on each one of these screens as you click through it, again, very easy on the eyes, you'll be able to navigate it a little bit if you're comfortable on the internet, is there's a little 1-minute video blurb on, hey, what is PIP, what is BI? And if you've watched some of these videos, hopefully we're educating you a little bit. Citizens is just a little bit different flavor there, saying, hey, what does this mean? Give me a specific example of what this coverage that I'm selecting might be. And they certainly have some resources available for you there. But so you can go make your selections. Again, important thing to note, we've mentioned this before, but if you don't make any selections, And if you just ignore all of these touches, these emails, these letters, these videos, if you do nothing, you will renew at the unlimited PIP limit, which is where you have been as long as your policy's been in place, and $250,000 per person, $500,000 per accident on that bodily injury piece. So, short way of saying you can truly ignore all of this if you choose, if you like that particular option. And that happens to be where we're recommending our customers to go with so much unknown about this. If you watch some of our previous videos, you'll see some potential coverage gaps. We're not necessarily comfortable recommending much lower limits unless we have a conversation about it. So just know, again, if you do nothing, you will renew at those new limits. Important to note that if you have more than that, so you have $1 million liability on your policy, it's going to stay at $1 million. It's not going to bump you down. We're not going to decrease coverage. It's only a potential coverage increase for you. So yeah, anything else to add that you think of?
No, yeah, I would say their primary hope is to have that done through email, and so I think that's the cleanest and the easiest. It's a few clicks and that sort of thing. But if you're not comfortable with that, hey, you're not an email person, we don't have an email on file. It shows up in the mail too. So if you're thinking, hey, 90 days, I haven't seen anything, it might just be we didn't have your communication, your email communication, or perhaps it's something you click deleted on. You'll get it in the mail as well. As always, the repeat here is if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We want to make sure our customers are comfortable and confident with the information that they have, and then we can make an educated decision accordingly. So thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks guys.